So fourth root of r into daa dash into daa dash into r. So r into 2d, this is daa dash is nothing but d, so 2d into 2d, that is daa dash into r. So r square 2d whole square root of r into 2 into dr. So now the capacitance per phase Cn will be equal to, according to the GMD or GMR approach, 2 pi into epsilon naught divided by ln into GMD divided by GMR, farad per meter per phase. So 2 pi epsilon divided by ln GMD is nothing but equal to 4th root of 3 into 3d to the power 4 divided by square root of 2 rd. That is 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln, that is half, if we take half as a common factor, that is half into ln square root of root 3d divided by that is 2r. So farad per meter per phase, that is 2, equation 2. Now if we simplify it further, we are going to get it as 2 pi epsilon naught divided by half into ln into root 3d divided by 2r, that is nothing but equal to 2 will go to the numerator, 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into root 3d divided by 2r. This is one of the most important equation. So equation 1 is equation equal to equation 2, that is equation 2. Now equation 1 what we have arrived, that is in the beginning itself I have given this equation 1, that is 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into root 3d divided by 2r. Now we have arrived at the same expression, 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into root 3d divided by 2r. Okay. Now we have seen what is the effect of self GMD and then the GMR to calculate the capacitance effect. Now we can calculate the capacitance of unsymmetrically spaced double circuit 3-phase line. Double circuit means we will be knowing that there are two set of wires, that is double circuit will be normally drawn to consider that if there is any fault in one of the line, the other line will be there to supply the power to the customer, so there will not be any interruption. So the double circuit will be there erected on each circuit, that is one below the other. So 3-phase lines will be considered in two sets, that is double line. So 3-phase lines, here we are going to represent it as a transposed transmission lines. Now if we see here A, B and then C, A, B, C. Now here A dash, B dash, C dash. Considering the conductor A dash, B, B dash, C, C dash. Lines are transposed. The distance between A and B is small d, and then distance between A and A dash is considered as F, and then here if I have considered A to B dash as G, and here I have considered this as H, and then this I have considered it as E. So now if we consider this, the lines are transposed, then this is the position 1. Now the position 2. Now A should go to A dash, that is A should go to the second position. Now here itself we can see that A will move to the second position, B will move to the third position, C will come to the first position. Now here B dash, here in the position 1 C dash is at the top, so C dash will go to the third position, that is B dash will go to the second position. See here A dash will go to the second position now, taking it from the reverse side, that is third one will become the second one will become the first one. So A dash will become the second one, then B dash will become the first one, C dash will go to the third one. So here if we consider, then B will become the third one will become the first one, the first one will become the second one will become the third one. So again A, B, A, C, B. Now again from here this C dash will go to the center position, and the B dash will come to the third position, and A dash will go to the first position. So this is position 3. Now figure 2 shows the arrangement of the 3-phase double circuit line. The capacitance can be calculated using the potential difference concept or GMD to GMR concept. Here GMD and GMR concept is used to calculate the capacitance. So we can consider the GMD or GMR approach to calculate the capacitance, and here we are going to consider the GMD and GMR concept to calculate the capacitance values. So the GMD of the conductor A will be the same as the GMD of the conductor A dash. Then the mutual GMD of the phase A in the position 1 is nothing but GMD1 is equal to 4th root of DAB, DAC, DAB dash, DAC dash. We need to refer the diagram for this. DAB, conductor is connecting to, we are considering the position 1, DAB, DAB, so here DAB, DAC and DAB dash, DAB dash and DAA dash. Now here we are considering the GMD, so we need to consider only the mutual inductances, that is, sorry, mutual distances, that is DAB, DAC, DAB dash and then DAC dash. So only the mutual ones we need to consider. Now so 4th root of small d, DAB is nothing but equal to small d multiplied by DAC. DAC is nothing but equal to D plus D, that is 2D, D plus D 2D multiplied by DAB dash. DAB dash is nothing but G, DAC dash is nothing but equal to H. So the expression becomes 4th root of D into 2D into GH. So when the condition is that when we consider the GMD, since it is going to be the mutual it considers the mutual distance, and then it is between the geometrical mean distance between the mutual conductors, which is influenced by the distance between the different conductors. So we have to consider the distance between the different conductors. It is not going to be the self. So now whereas when we consider the GMR, we are going to consider the self conductor. So that is the self that is influenced by the self conductor itself. So now similarly mutual GMD of the phase A in position 2 can be taken, and then the position 3 can also be written. So GMD2 is nothing but equal to 4th root of, let's come to the second figure, that is position 2. Now in this position 4th root of A is the distance between the 4th root of DAB, DAC, yes, DAB, DAC, DAB dash, DAC dash. So in the position 2 it is again DAB, DAC, DAB dash, DAC dash. Now the distance DAB is D, DAC is also D, DAB dash is G and DAC dash is G. So now consider the GMD3. Similarly 4th root of DAB, DAC, DAB dash, DAC dash. Now again 4th root of DAB is nothing but equal to D, and DAB is nothing but equal to 2D, and then DAC is D, and then DAB dash is H, and then DAC dash is G. So now self GMD or GMR. Now we have to consider only the similar conductors like AA dash, BB dash and CC dash. Now GMR of the phase A in position 1. So now if we consider this, GMR1 is equal to R is the radius of the conductor A, square root of R into DAA dash, that is DAA dash is nothing but equal to F from the figure 1. Now position 1, square root of RF. Similarly self GMR of the phase A in the position 2 and position 3 can also be written. GMR2 is equal to square root of R into DAA dash. In the position 2, square root of R into DAA dash is nothing but H, and in the position 3 GMR3 is nothing but equal to, in the position 3 the distance between the AA dash is nothing but AA dash here. So AA dash is nothing but equal to F. So here GMR3 is nothing but equal to square root of R into F. Now we found out what is the GMD1, GMD2, GMD3, GMR1, GMR2, GMR3 with respect to the conductor A. Now the equivalent GMD which is denoted by DM, and then the GMR, geometric mean radius DS of the conductor of the system, will be nothing but equal to DM is equal to cube of, that is 3 conductors. So the cube of GMD1 into GMD2 into GMD3. So the substitute the expression for GMD1, which is nothing but d into 2d into gh to the power of 1 by 4 into GMD2 is nothing but d into g into g to the power 1 by 4, 2d into d into h into g to the power 1 by 4 for the GMD3 when the conductor A is in the position 3. Now if we simplify this, 2 to the power 1 by 6, d to the power 1 by 2 into g to the power 1 by 3, h to the power 1 by 6. Similarly, we can calculate the self GMD, that GMR, which is nothing but equal to ds cube of GMR1 GMR2 into GMR3, RF to the power 1 by 2, RH to the power 1 by 2 into RF to the power 1 by 2. So simplify this, R to the power 1 by 2, F to the power 1 by 3 into H to the power 1 by 6. So capacitance of phase A using the equation 2 will be Cn is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into 2 to the power 1 by 6, d to the power 1 by 2, g to the power 1 by 3 into h to the power 1 by 6 divided by r to the power 1 by 2, f to the power 1 by 3, h to the power 1 by 6. Cancel these two terms and then it will become 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into dm divided by ds. So now it is nothing but equal to Cn is equal to capacitance of the phase A is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into 2 to the power 1 by 3 into d into g to the power 1 by 3 divided by r into f to the power 2 divided by 3 farad per meter per phase. Put it in the golden box. It is a very important derivation. Keep this as equation 3. Now what are the advantages of we understood that what is the geometrical mean distance, we understood what is geometrical mean radius, and we found out the value of the capacitance of the three-phase line when it is a double circuit line, when it is transposed, and we can understand that we can calculate the value of the inductance and value of the capacitance when in the single phase line, in the three-phase line, and three-phase double circuit line also, even if it is unsymmetrical and then the symmetrically spaced transmission lines, and we understood the importance of the transposition of the transmission lines. Now we can compare and we can understand what are the advantages of single circuit and double circuit lines. Single circuit lines is only the one set of lines, whereas the double circuit lines is the two set of lines which is provided for the consumer to understand to avoid any kind of power interruptions that is going to disturb the customers. Now a single circuit arrangement is nothing but less dangerous during the repair work, because we are going to completely switch it off, or we can take the hotline work, and comparatively double circuit line is going to be dangerous because one will be the live wire and the other one is the faulty line. Now the single phase circuit, a single circuit arrangement, less reliable in terms of the continuity of the supply point of view, whereas here it is much reliable because if one fails, the other one is going to feed the power. Now lesser foundation is required, and then the mechanical requirements are very less, and weight of the steel tower is also going to be very less. Here it adds to the it does not add to the cost, whereas here in the double circuit line it adds to the cost. It requires more steel and it requires the proper foundation. Height of the tower is also going to be more, so the maintenance cost will also be high, and then the security features should also be more. So the spacing of the conductors in the single circuit line is going to be required more whereas in the spacing of the conductor required for the double circuit line is going to be very less. And due to the greater spacing of the line in the single circuit line, the reactance of the line will be high, and then the losses will be high. And here in the due to the less spacing between the conductors, less reactance will be there in the place. Now we can consider the numericals based on this. I have solved a few of the numericals here, and let's take one by one. Here I would like to discuss only one particular problem or the numerical which has appeared many times in the university question papers. Let's consider two conductor single phase line which operates at 50 Hz. The diameter of each conductor is 20 mm. The spacing between the conductors is 3 meters. Calculate the inductance of each conductor per kilometer. Calculate the loop inductance of the line per kilometer. Now and the third point what the problem asks is calculate the inductive reactance per kilometer. In the problem it is given as two conductors are spaced at a distance of 3 meters, and the conductor has a dia of 20 meters. Conductor A and conductor B spaced at 3 meters. Now consider the GMR of the conductor.